Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you all are doing well out there. Welcome back to another casual plastic modeling video. Today, I have a 1/72nd scale Matchbox Focke Wulf FW-190. I believe they call this like the pink issue or something like that. Still learning a lot about the Matchbox kits. Haven't built very many of them or owned very many of them in my life. Just started getting into them through other YouTube channels that I watch about the subject and find them very fascinating. And honestly, they're still cheap on the third market, or secondary market, or 18th market, or whatever you want to call it, on eBay. And they look like fairly well-detailed, fun little kits to build. And of course, I probably will never build them, more than likely, because I have hundreds of kits. But that's a whole other subject. Believe this is a brand new tool from... oh man, I looked at scale mates, but I'll put it up here on the screen so you guys can see it. It's either 72, 73, or 74, but this is the original boxing from the brand new tool, which I think is actually pretty cool. This is actually older than me, which is pretty rare to find these days because I am older than dirt. But I love the box art, and it's a fun little kit. Of course, here's the top version. You've already seen that side of it. Let's go ahead and look at one of the first long versions. It's kit number PK-6. Different kits the Matchbox had at the time. Hawker Fury, Spitfire Mark 9, Boeing P-12E, and the Mitsubishi Zero Sen, which I think the PK-4, PK-3, PK-2, PK-1, I think that's just the different kit numbers, this one being PK-6. Very first small end of the box. 1/72 scale actually has the price, so we know this is definitely an older kit because this is before the UPC codes. Quality engineered in 2 colors. Construction, yeah, okay, that's in French. Not going to even try that and look dumber than I already do. Finished model with parts and decals as supplied, no painting necessary. But it's still fun to paint these. And the other short side, of course, is going to be the exact same as this side, yep. And a little bit of added bonus on the back of the kit. The FW-190 kit gives you the choice of the fighter or fighter bomber version of this classic aircraft. Matchbox kits are supplied with a choice of paint plans, a full color plan, and an easier mini paint plan for complete details. See instruction leaflet, which is very cool. First option we have is 111th Group, JG-51 for JG-51 Fighter Unit Eastern Front, and Fighter Bomber Unit SG-1, Luftwaffe, Crimea, Russia, 1943. So this here would be an A8 version, I would imagine. Maybe an A5 version, but nothing earlier than that because it has the longer fuselage. And then this one is probably the Fighter Bomber, I believe, would be the F8. Not 100% sure on that, but I do know the fighter bombers had the F designation. It's been a long time since I've studied the FW-190s. Go ahead and take a look inside here. And more information in other languages. Mini paint plan. It's very cool how they do this. So it shows you where to paint the yellow for the fuselage stripe, the spinner, pilot. Of course, it does have the display stand, which I think is very neat, because most of the 1/72 scale kits that I buy and build, I have them displayed gear up on the stands. Multi-position display stand, very cool. Some more of the mini paint plan. Actually, this is... okay, so this is the exact same concept, it's just for the 2 different versions. Makes sense. Okay. And then, of course, different languages. Let's see what we've got here. It's just so cute and dainty. Don't build a lot of 1/72nd scale kits, but I should because my shelf is getting pretty full. There is our clear canopy. Let's take a look at that first. Tiny little guy. Not too thick, which is actually kind of nice, especially for such a small scale. Closed position only. There's our multi-position display stand with the monogram, or sorry, Matchbox M. Decals we'll look at later. First we'll look at the green sprue. Looks like it has both top and bottom, both sides, the port and starboard wings. Horizontal stabilizers. There is our pilot, which actually, I will say one thing about Matchbox, kind of follows along with the whole monogram and Revell from this time period where they had pretty decent pilot figures. Some of the worst I've ever seen, to be honest with you, is the old Airfix kits, but that's actually pretty decent. Raised panel lines, and actually this isn't even two wing halves upper and lower. The seam is split right here at the control surfaces, which is kind of nice. It's a little less filling that I have to do. And we've got light blue. The fuselage is actually pretty nicely detailed. Again, for 1/72 scale, this is pretty cool. I like it. Wheels and tires, spinner. I got the tail wheel, propeller. We got the nose. Looks like we've got the two bomb halves. Cowl cover with the machine guns molded in. Completely lacking detail on the inside, but that's okay. 1/72 scale, you can't expect a whole lot of detail. But, I mean, to be honest, that's pretty decent right there. Let's take a look at the instructions. And again, I don't remember the different issues. Like, I know that there's like a pink issue or something like that. This being one of the older pink versions, but for some reason I learned one thing, and again, two things fall out my other ear, so I'll have to look that up again. But an explanation of the Focke Wulf 190 right there. It's got the typical Matchbox fold-out instructions. Number one is going to be your pilot, and you put him into the seat, which I guess the seat is also doubling as the cockpit tub. Doesn't look like there's an instrument panel, but that's okay. It would be difficult to see in 1/72 scale anyways. Number three, spinner propeller onto the cooling fans in the front and the little front of the nose there. Horizontal stabilizers. For some reason, whenever I start filming a video, everything that I have as far as knowledge for aircraft just goes right out the window, so bear with me here. Canopy, top of the cowl, propeller and nose goes onto the front of the fuselage. Number 6, top and bottom of the wings, port and starboard, machine guns. Number 7, main landing gear, doors, and wheel and tire. And number 8, of course, shows you the different ways that you could do it, whether you want to do it with the landing gear down or the landing gear up and your optional bomb. Hot hints. Always cool to see those, especially for young modelers. And then paint blends. Let's take a look at the decals. They have definitely seen better days and have definitely gotten moist. Wax paper is still on there. Those decals might be... they might be usable. Yeah, actually these decals look like they're in pretty decent condition. Those are probably usable. I mean, again, I might put them in water and they'll just shatter into a trillion pieces, but on first inspection, they look pretty good. Alright, and there she be, Matchbox 172 scale FW-190. To be honest, I probably will build this kit, because this looks like a fun, quick, easy little kit to do. And I'll probably figure out which version I want to do and take some decals, or at least one decal from the version that I'm not going to do, and see if those decals are still good or not. But they look promising, and I have heard good things about Matchbox decals, even with age. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Thank you to all of our new people in the community, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please go and do so. Best way to support this channel, to help it get growing and to help the YouTube algorithms, that maybe we're doing something a little bit interesting here. I hope you learned something, and if you didn't, I hope it was at least a little bit entertaining, and maybe you got a little something out of it. Tick the bell to get a notification every single time that I do upload a video. Throw it a thumbs up if you liked it. Throw it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. But if you don't like it, throw down in the comments why you didn't like it. Only way I'm going to get better. Until next time, guys, love you all. God bless. And we'll see you soon. Happy modeling.